You do it.
What's up, Homestead homies? Your turn.
No, you gotta keep going.
Well, what's up, Homestead homies? This is Awkward with Doug and Stacy, and I am Stacy.
And I'm Doug.
And today we're going to talk about this wonderful stuff called Manuka honey.
Manuka
You guys
honey.
stay tuned because you will not believe this.
Spell it.
Manuka.
Hey, man, that girl is sharp. So guys, what this is, if you're a prepper, a homesteader, a person living in an apartment in the city who could care less about that stuff, you want to get this in your arsenal of, you know,
Preparedness, your health,
well, health,
sickness.
it's for healing. You know, it's just like if you guys go into your drawers or in your medicine cabinets or whatever you keep your stuff in, and you see the antibiotic cream, what's that called?
Just anything like
Like
you know,
what?
you have the triple antibiotic creams,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Well, those things, they all have expiration dates.
Right.
Right?
So if you have that stuff, we're encouraging you right now to get Manuka honey in your arsenal.
But just like anything else, okay, we are giving you our experiences from using it. We have lots of animals in here, people here, kids here.
Right.
I do this on all the animals over the years.
On your
I've been
finger?
practicing. I use all this stuff,
Right.
holistic type, remedies, and I do them. And if they work, then I will talk to you about it. If they don't work, then I'm not going to really talk to you about it.
Right.
But this is our experiences, just like anything else. I always suggest you guys, do your research. Cuckoo, Ed, you got cuckoo. But do your research on it because there's a lot of information on it. But this stuff is totally...
It's the bomb.
Yeah, I love it because, honey does not have, it lasts. It doesn't really have an expiration date if you keep it good.
Well, this is Manuka honey too, so it's even better at lasting than regular honey.
Well, Manuka honey, the one thing that is really cool about it is they will keep its medicinal properties to it with heat and with light.
That's right.
Now, regular honey, like, we raise bees and
Yeah.
honey, when you put hot
That
water
starts to
to it, it's going to
ferment.
mess. No, not fermenting, but
Well, the
the
heat.
hot water, the heat will
Break it down.
break down the enzymes.
Right.
But the Manuka honey is a little different because it will keep its medicinal properties. Now, Manuka honey is from New Zealand, and it's from a Manuka bush, or it grows to a tree, like 10, 25-foot tree. It grows into trees, and then the beekeepers will bring their bees there around spring, so they can hang out there and get all the flowers from spring and summer.
So all you prepper mentality type folks, or the doom and gloomers, you want to start ordering this stuff right now because if that stuff happens to SHTF, then you're going to have this in your arsenal already because you won't be able to get it. It won't be like an item that's just like floating around.
But it's something that you can keep. I mean, because it is pricey.
Yeah, it
So,
is expensive, but you
one
get what
thing-
you pay for.
One thing with it, it's going to cost. But look, if you guys go and get antibiotics, how expensive those are at the store, it really is nothing. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about it first and tell you the things that it can do and the things that I have used it for. And we're going to tell you of a few like totally awesome things that we've used it for.
Yeah, we're using it right now in a total good case study. And we're going to talk about that in one second.
Amazing.
But this has been used by indigenous people for thousands of years for healing.
Yeah, and it's pretty neat. And then what I found was really cool about the Manuka honey is they rate it by, I guess, its healing properties, like 0 to 10. And honestly, I wouldn't personally buy that if it was, they call it like a Manuka factor. It's like the healing property in it. It's like 0 to 10 and then like 10 to 14, or like 0 to 9, 10 to 14, and then it goes up above there. Up to like 18 or so. And then when you get up higher, it's more healing. Well, I'm thinking, well, how do you know that it's more healing? And the way they do it is when they extract the honey, they have it in batches, and they go to a testing lab.
Right.
And they test it. And they figure out what kind of factor, the way, I guess, the pollen and the enzymes and all that, how it is in it. And then they let it set. And I guess the longer it sets, it kind of changes the consistency of it. And then before you even get this, it sits 1 to 2 years in the factories, and then they package it, and then they ship it off to the different places. So this isn't something, I mean, it's pretty, I guess they have a science to it and how they have it. But if you are going to use it for some of the things that we've used it for, I would get the one probably between, 10 and 14. It kind of rates like that, or between, the one I have here is a 12. But if you get in between those are the best for like, bacteria and just natural wound healing.
More like a general purpose.
It's a general one,
yeah.
right. Now, if you want some heavy duty stuff, then you can go up, like
it's
a
16,
17, 18, but it's going to be a whole lot more expensive.
Right.
But if you want to keep that in for like a good antibiotic, that's going to be much better for your healing properties.
Right.
But for a general use one, I like to stay between the 10 and the 14 that I use.
And this is not only topical, but it's internal too.
Right, right. And so I kind of want to talk about some of the things that it can do externally and a lot of the things that I have used it for.
And again, this isn't the be-all, end-all as far as curing something, but when you use this in combination with other things, that is where it all pulls together. So like if you have, like she burned her finger
I had like a second degree burn. Right. It was horrible.
So we treat that with something first, and then we've started with the Manuka honey after that, and it's going to
Well, actually, the only thing to do with that is I run the cold water over it. And I have really just been putting the Manuka on it. It was really bad. But the thing with the Manuka is it feels very good. It doesn't hurt on wounds or anything that you put it on. And it tastes good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, you can use it it's wonderful for burns and healing, any wounds, ulcerations, bed sores, things like that. It's great for acne, for psoriasis, for eczema. Anything, topical on your skin that you're having issues with, it is very good at healing. For scarring, it's great for healing scars where you'll do something really bad, get a, gash or however like that, and then you put that on there, it'll heal and you won't even know there's a scar. Like the thing that we're working on now that we're going to talk about.
Here, I'm going to put a picture right here that you guys can look at for a second, but you'll remember back in some videos ago, unless you're a new subscriber,
about a month ago.
We had one of our cats, we have several cats on our homestead, and he came back, it's one of our male cats, and he was basically missing half of his neck, as you can see in this picture right now.
You could see his esophagus, you could see into his body, you could see his shoulder, his muscles, it was really bad.
And we thought, I don't know if he's going to make it, or,
because a dog or a coyote got him.
Yeah, we always try our best to keep him healthy, keep him going. We even talked to the vet a little bit, but he was just like, geez, it probably so much money it would cost to repair him, and then on top of that, they're not even sure if they could close it with stitches because it's right in the area where he turns his neck and where his leg muscles and everything come together. So we've been working on him for 5 weeks, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, about 4 weeks.
Yep. Yeah. And we're gonna have a whole nother video about that.
You guys stay tuned to this.
The whole process of what we've been doing. But I wanted to show you this raw picture of his wound right the first time we saw it. I took some pictures, and then I've also documented what we've been doing through the whole process to heal him.
Because he's still alive.
He's still alive, and he's doing great.
And when he came, I'll tell you, he had that smell of rotting flesh and all that, and we just thought, you guys, it's amazing. But I have used this topically on chickens with horrible wounds, if they've gotten attacked, alpacas, horses. They use it, if you guys are into horses, and horses, you know how they get the horrible gashes on their legs. It works great on horses. You can pack it. You can also buy Manuka honey packed like gauze pads. Oh, yeah. You can get Manuka honey wound creams that they make. You can buy all this already, or just use this too. Do your research more into it. I'm just kind of bringing you this,
there. Right.
But I just want you to know that there's other things out there that are so natural and so powerful that aren't full of chemicals and toxins, to mess up your body. The other way you can also do this is internally. So I know a lot of people with children. Now just remember, any honey, you don't want to give honey under children under a year.
Right.
Under a year old because of the risk of botulism.
Right.
But with children, that have respiratory infections, and your moms, you don't want to put your kids on antibiotics or, the Benadryl and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of success, using, a teaspoon for a child. An adult, I would probably go like a tablespoon or so. But giving children that to help with bronchitis, that they can't get rid of with other things, because it is a very powerful antibacterial, antibiotic type thing. So, any of those kind of things, colds and flus, it works very well. Now, it's also very healing if you do have internal ulcers, if you have digestive problems, even IBS. It helps a lot with those kind of things too. So, I know people have used it for, heartburn, acid reflux. You take, and the best way to take it is taking it when you have an empty stomach or between meals, so that your body can really absorb it and it can kind of coat, especially your digestive area. But it's very, very, very healing. So do your research on this stuff, because this stuff is just fabulous on wounds. I can't even tell you. You can put it on, I put it just straight and glopped it on open wounds. And what it does is it helps to regrow the stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist or anything.
It's been crazy. We're watching it firsthand with the cat. You can see by that picture. But I mean, it's regenerating. It's regrowing. It's just amazing to watch it. We've
done it like on the horses, the alpacas.
Scratches.
They get really bad things on them, and it's just really worked over time.
Right.
So I have used this on many things. Oh, here's the other thing it works really good for. We've used it for. And if you have ringworm, it works very good with ringworm. I know people have used it for athlete's foot. So all those things. And then here's the other thing: the animals, dogs too. Use it with the dogs if you have cuts and scratches and things like that, or any skin issues.
Right.
Put it on there. And if they lick it off,
it's okay. It's an
antibiotic.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's helped with a cat, because it's in a bad area, and so he licks it off. So he's getting that bacteria, and it smells so clean. So do your research more on it.
You guys will be amazed when we come out with this next video about this.
Yeah, you guys, it's going to be so cool, because it's really neat.
Yeah. So another thing too is when you're using it, you want to use it with maybe some latex gloves, or maybe you want to use some Q-tips, and don't contaminate the jug, right? So you don't want to treat the wound and then stick the same apparatus in the Manuka honey jar to get more honey. You want to treat the wound and then use the other end of the Q-tip, switch the Q-tips out totally. If you're using a latex glove, you'll use one finger, and then you'll move on to the next finger, so you don't want to contaminate your jar of Manuka.
If you want to, in your little medicine chest, you could maybe have one like this, and people might ask how much this is. It could be anywhere from $25 to $40 something.
I know
$60.
what they will ask. What brand is that, Stacy?
This is Weatherspoon, but there's a lot of other ones out there.
And where did you get it?
I know you can find the Weatherspoon. They have it on Walmart online. I think some of the Walmarts even may carry it. You can
Whole
find
Foods,
it. Yeah,
Amazon.
All over the
place.
You can find it.
But I know those are the two.
If you live in New Zealand, you know what it is already.
Right.
But this stuff is pretty neat. But I would use, maybe if you had one to keep for internal uses, one for external uses, you could do that. But a little bit of this for topically, because it's very, very, very thick.
Yeah.
Very, very thick. So a little bit will go a long way. This will last you a really, really long time.
And it doesn't go bad
when you use it topically. Yeah. Like if you're going to take it a tablespoon at a time.
You'll use more, obviously.
Right. And if you put it in your tea, like for a sore throat, great. You're not going to mess up the medicinal properties, the antibacterial, antibiotic benefits, because of it getting warm. So we love.
Are you digging this information, people?
Yeah. So if you have animals and they're looking bad and they have bad gashes, this is just great. And if they lick it up, then they can.
It's no problem.
Yeah.
So we're out of here. This is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Don't forget, you little Homestead homies, to get your essays in. We were going to read an essay. All right, we took too long on this one. We're going to read one on the next video for sure. Also, don't forget, we have a giveaway contest that's going to wrap up January 15th. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you better look through our videos and find it. And more of those videos are going to be coming out, so you can keep entering to win. And don't forget to check us out on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Phew, that girl is sharp. This is Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy.
And we'll see you on the next one.